Have you ever felt that weird pull in two directions at once? You know, that deep, deep desire to be completely and uniquely you, but at the same time, you've got this quiet terror of being left out? Okay, let's get into it. Because that feeling is at the core of what it means to be human.
This quote just nails it, doesn't it? It's the perfect summary of this constant push and pull we all feel. We have this deep need to be an individual, but also to be part of the group. And honestly, figuring out this tension is the first real step to understanding ourselves and how we connect with everyone else.
So let's start with that pull towards the familiar. Why do we so often gravitate towards people and ideas that just feel like home? Well, you could call it the sameness instinct. And believe me, it's a powerful force that's wired deep, deep inside all of us.
Now, when we talk about differences, we're not just talking about the big, obvious stuff. We're talking about the entire tapestry of a person's life. It's how you see the world, the things you value, what you hope for, all those unique little textures that make you, well, you. This right here really captures that internal battle, right? On one side, you got sameness. It feels safe. It's predictable. It's the comfort of being understood without even having to explain yourself. But on the other side, you have difference. And yeah, that pushes you into the unknown. It might lead to conflict, for sure, but it's also the only place where real growth can actually happen.
Okay, so let's dig into the psychology behind all this. Why does our brain have this built-in preference for a tribe, for our own little group? The answer goes way, way back. It's all about survival. Psychologists have a name for this. It's called in-group bias. You can think of it like a mental shortcut that helped our ancestors stay alive. I mean, if someone looked, acted, and sounded like you, they were probably part of your tribe, so safe. Anyone else was a question mark, a potential threat. And we still see this today, even in tiny ways, like feeling that instant connection with someone who roots for the same sports team. And the process itself is unbelievably fast. Our brain just scans the room, identifies what's familiar, immediately flags it as safe, and boom, it reinforces the bonds of the tribe. This all happens in a split second, way before we're even consciously aware of it. So here's the crucial thing to remember. This instinct, at its core, isn't about malice or hate, it's about fear. It's a gut-level emotional response to uncertainty. It's a self-protective reflex that, unfortunately, can lead to some really serious suspicion and division if we don't recognize it for what it is. But, that is only half the story. Because while our brains might be hardwired for safety and sameness, our potential for growth, our real potential, is completely tied to embracing what is different. I mean, think about it. Have you ever been in a situation where everyone just agrees on everything? It might feel nice and comfortable for a minute, but pretty soon it starts to feel, well, stagnant, a little boring even. Nothing new, nothing exciting can ever be born in a place like that. Difference is the spark. It's the friction that creates brand new ideas. It's what forces us to step outside of our own little bubble and actually build empathy. It's how we discover there's a world out there that is so much wider than our own experience. You know that tension you feel sometimes? That's the feeling of your worldview getting bigger. And this is true for us as individuals, and it's true for us as a society. A culture that values conformity above all else might seem peaceful, but it's fragile. Real, resilient strength doesn't come from everyone being the same. It's forged in the tough but necessary work of navigating our different perspectives to find common ground. Okay, so let's take this ancient instinct and drop it right into our hyper-connected modern world. Because the very technology that was supposed to bring us all closer together is, ironically, often doing the exact opposite. It's amplifying that natural, primal desire for sameness. This chart really tells the story, doesn't it? The algorithms that run our social media feeds are literally designed to give us more of what we already like. What they're really doing is feeding our in-group bias, creating this information diet, where a staggering 85% of what we see just confirms what we already believe. And the consequence of this is huge. We end up in these digital tribes, totally surrounded by voices that sound just like our own. The fear of being judged or even canceled by our own group goes through the roof. And the pressure to just conform, to never step out of line, becomes enormous. So here's a question to really sit with for a second. Imagine your entire digital world was a perfect mirror of you, just reflecting back your own thoughts, your own opinions. Would that truly make you feel seen and understood? Or would it just be lonely and honestly incredibly boring? So where does all this leave us? Are we just stuck between our ancient wiring and our modern world? No, not at all.
Because we have something powerful, the ability to choose how we see things. And that choice, well, that makes all the difference.
And this really is the heart of the matter. Difference, by itself, is neutral. It's not good, it's not bad, it's simply a fact of life. Whether it creates connection or conflict, whether it feels like a beauty or a burden, that lies entirely in our hands. It all comes down to a simple choice. Do we approach it with fear, or do we approach it with curiosity? So I want to leave you with a practical way to think about this. The next time you feel that little bit of internal resistance to a different person or a new idea, just pause and ask yourself, what am I really afraid of here? Is it the difference itself, or am I just scared that engaging with it might challenge or maybe even change my own version of the truth? The answer to that question just might reveal everything.